Hey everyone, you're watching Raw Reveal Netwalk, your trusted source for all WWE matches, rumors, and updates. Hit that bell, and let's dive in. Before anyone could react, news of Becky Lynch's pregnancy announcement sent ripples across the wrestling community. Fans were buzzing not just about the announcement itself, but about the conversations it sparked behind the scenes. Rumors circulated quickly, and speculation about Seth Rollins' reaction spread like wildfire. Social media lit up with fans sharing their interpretations, debating whether the moment had been met with joy, surprise, or concern. Wrestling fans are a passionate group, and when it involves two superstars like Becky and Seth, the intrigue only intensifies. The leaked audio that set the internet ablaze. The situation became even more sensational when a snippet of backstage audio surfaced online. It was claimed to capture Seth's reaction to Becky's announcement, and the clip went viral almost immediately. Some fans interpreted his words as critical, others defended him as being honest and candid. The wrestling world became divided into factions. Those supporting Seth, those supporting Becky, and many simply fascinated by the raw human moment that appeared to be exposed to the public. What made it particularly compelling was that the conversation was reportedly unscripted, an insight into what happens away from cameras and carefully planned storylines. Understanding the pressures on wrestling couples. It's important to recognize that professional wrestling isn't like other industries. Couples in the spotlight must constantly balance personal milestones with career obligations. Every decision, from storyline participation to travel schedules, can ripple across their work and affect countless colleagues. When Becky shared her news, it wasn't just a personal moment. It intersected with professional responsibilities and upcoming storylines that involved both her and Seth. In the world of wrestling, personal life and professional performance are intertwined in ways that few outside the industry can fully grasp. Fans' reactions and the debate. Once the audio leaked, fans reacted in every conceivable way. Some applauded Seth for expressing concerns about how their careers might adapt, viewing it as realistic and thoughtful rather than dismissive. Others were upset, interpreting the tone as insensitive or self-focused. The conversation became less about the actual news of Becky's pregnancy and more about perceptions of support, priorities, and public image. Wrestling audiences are deeply invested in the personal lives of their favorite performers, which means every nuance of such moments is amplified and debated extensively. The context behind the headlines. While speculation ran rampant online, insiders provided context that offered a more nuanced picture. Reports suggested that Seth and Becky had been planning major storylines together, projects that required significant coordination. Career planning in wrestling often involves months of preparation, promotional commitments, and carefully timed appearances. And unexpected personal news can naturally create a need for discussion and adjustment. Understanding this background doesn't excuse any perceived misstep, but does shed light on why emotions and concerns might surface in professional conversations. Fan investment and emotional connection. The controversy, real or imagined, highlights just how emotionally invested wrestling fans are in the lives of their favorite superstars. Fans care deeply about both the personal and professional aspects of these performers' lives, which can create intense reactions to even minor events. This investment speaks to the unique storytelling environment of professional wrestling, where the line between character and reality is intentionally blurred. For audiences, what happens backstage is just as fascinating as what plays out in the ring, and moments like Becky's pregnancy announcement underscore this dynamic. The role of social media in wrestling culture. Social media played a major role in magnifying this situation. A small, possibly fabricated clip sparked widespread debate, fueled speculation, and dominated conversations for weeks. This reflects a broader trend in wrestling culture. Fans now have access to behind-the-scenes content, real-time commentary, and platforms to voice opinions instantaneously. While this connectivity enhances engagement, it also increases the potential for misinformation to spread. Understanding this dynamic helps explain why a moment that might have been private and contained instead became a global conversation. Lessons for fans and media. There are several takeaways from the situation that apply to both fans and media observers. First, be cautious about accepting dramatic content at face value. Not every viral clip or leaked audio is authentic, and context is essential. Second, recognize the humanity of performers. Wrestlers face enormous pressures, balancing personal milestones with professional demands, and deserve the same understanding and privacy afforded to other public figures. Third, appreciate the complexity of wrestling relationships. Couples navigate challenges unique to the industry, including storylines, travel schedules, and public scrutiny, which are not easily understood from the outside. The importance of context in public perception. The fake audio, despite its lack of authenticity, opened an important discussion about the realities faced by wrestling couples. Fans often interpret moments without full context, leading to misunderstandings and unnecessary backlash. Providing accurate information and considering multiple perspectives allows for a more balanced view of the challenges performers face. In this case, Seth and Becky's collaboration and mutual support provide an important example of how professional athletes navigate personal milestones while maintaining their careers. Celebrating positive collaboration. Ultimately, the true story is one of partnership, respect, and professional maturity. Becky Lynch's pregnancy was met with support from Seth Rollins, and together they worked with the creative team to ensure that upcoming storylines could adjust to the new reality. Far from the dramatic arguments suggested by viral clips, the couple approached the situation thoughtfully and responsibly. This demonstrates a level of professionalism that fans can admire, highlighting how even in high-pressure environments, clear communication and collaboration remain the keys to successful outcomes. The broader conversation about wrestling couples. This episode also sparked broader conversations about the pressures faced by wrestling couples in the modern era. Unlike other industries, personal and professional lives are tightly intertwined, and milestones like pregnancies, weddings, or relocations must be carefully coordinated with public-facing commitments. The discussion encourages fans to consider the human side of their favorite performers, understand the challenges they face, and recognize the delicate balance between career and personal life. It is a rare glimpse behind the curtain that offers insight into an often misunderstood aspect of the wrestling world. Reflection on modern wrestling culture. The debate around the leaked audio, whether real or fabricated, reflects the passion and curiosity of wrestling fans. It shows how much people care about the personal stories of performers and how invested they are in seeing them succeed both in and out of the ring. It also highlights the impact of social media, where information spreads instantly and opinions form quickly, often without full context. In this environment, performers must navigate not only the physical demands of wrestling, but also the public perceptions of their personal and professional choices, a moment that united and divided fans. In the end, the controversy united fans in discussion, even as it divided opinions. It provided an opportunity to talk about work-life balance, the realities of being a professional performer, and the pressures on public figures in high-stakes industries. While sensationalism grabbed headlines, the underlying conversation about communication, partnership, and career management is what truly resonates. Fans were reminded that wrestlers, despite their larger-than-life personas, are human beings navigating complex realities just like everyone else? Moving forward, as the story settles into the public consciousness, the key takeaway is one of understanding and respect. Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch demonstrated how wrestling couples can face personal milestones while remaining professional and supportive. The lesson for fans and the wrestling community is clear. Prioritize empathy, verify sources, and appreciate the human dimension behind the spectacle. Moments like these, whether amplified or misrepresented, provide an opportunity to reflect on the pressures of life in the wrestling world and celebrate the humanity of the stars who entertain millions every week.